Do you know, I met him years ago. I used to do some coaching at a club, Old Boys. Like, must have been, I don't know, could have been 8, 9, 10 years ago, something like that. It was a long time ago, and he came in there with a mate one day. Actually, I really didn't like him. No, he pissed me off. He come in with like he wanted to spar my boxes. He was real cocky, and like I always remember him from then and just think, get away you. And then I met him on probation. He weren't man. And I had a bunch of boxers sparring. I had a professional heavyweight at the time, and I remember him looking, and I knew one of the guys who was supervising him. I knew the guy. So we was chatting, and I remember him watching through the door, like what's going on in there, because I had some good kids, to be fair then, good lads, you know. The heavyweight was really good, and from then he just came back. Yeah, it was good. We turned up.
How you doing?
Not bad, mate. How are you?
Yeah, man.
Thank you.
Nice one, bro.
Thank you, mate. It's going to be a good fight. He's Polish. He's tough guy. Another journeyman, like, but. Yeah, first 6 rounder in it, so I want to learn how to pace it and then hopefully take him out.
Yeah, man.
Demolition
Well, I
job.
hope you're doing. I'll see
Thank
you
you,
there,
mate.
bro.
Cheers,
Right,
Con.
yeah.
Catch you in a bit.
To be fair, he was a young kid when I'd first met him. He was really young. He was always quite a big lad, and then yeah, he was a real nice natured kid when he first turned up training here and stuff. And then I've got to know him more. Quite determined, knows what he wants, and I think he'll go really far. He's got a lot of imagination. So in the ring, he's got like he ain't your average fighter. You know, he can do a lot of different stuff well. So there's a lot of big guys, a lot of people who hit quite hard, but he's got a lot of skill. He's got really good movement, and when he puts it all together, I think he looks like the next level. And I think that's just something in time when he's had more bouts and more things. You know, you see little bits, little cameos of it every now and again. But I'm confident you'll see that over time. We started like way back when as an amateur, and there was a guy who won the Commonwealth gold medal as an amateur, Simon Vallily, who's now like a big heavyweight, and he did quite a few rounds with him in Middlesbrough right at the very start when he was an amateur. And then since then, it's been like a list of who's who, you know, like he ended up sparring Dillian White, which was like a real experience. He sparred like Richard Rapport for like the past 3 camps, so he's just won the British title, and Sonny helped him prepare for that. He sparred like Dex Spellman, who was just like an absolute legend. Honestly, you could just list off, there's just so many, like even like former ABA champs like Ches Nile down south, he's got a big list of really experienced fighters, and obviously Cash Ali as well, he's an heavyweight. He's done something about 300 rounds with him, which has made him very adaptable because he's been in with everyone, and usually really big and they hit really hard. I think we've been working on building him up bit by bit. And we aren't in any rush. He's only just turned 25, and as a cruiserweight, that is young. This will be fight number 5. 5 years' time, who knows? You know, he's always maturing. Could see him at heavyweight, couldn't you? Who knows what he'll do? But I'm convinced if he keeps fighting and progressing the way he is, he'll do really well.
First walked in a boxing gym when I was like 10 years old. And then boxed till I was like 14, 15, stopped boxing, started playing rugby league, and didn't box again for about, well, just before I turned 20, I think. And I'd come down to the gym to do some community service, seen the lads sparring and what have you, and thought, right, I best start up again, you know, kind of got a kick up the bum, and started up again, and here I am now. You know, it's been a long road, but it's been quick in my mind because you kind of blink and you're there. Because I had the time out in between, like been boxing when I was young and boxing as a senior, because I had that time in between, I'd done a lot of going out and I kind of got sick of it. I was knocking about with all sorts of different guys and what have you, getting into all sorts of different bother. So you kind of like, you feel like you've done it. So then now when I'm boxing, I don't miss it so much because you know, like I say, it's something I can look forward to in the future and something I've kind of done when I was younger.
Nigel?
Yeah. I'm not sure. I don't think he's got tickets, to be fair.
He's very tight, isn't he? That guy who was
He's like a giant, isn't he?
Yeah,
Ultimately today's not that
It's took him easy, didn't you? Yeah, Steve Christian, man.
Cheers, mate. Cheers, bro. Hi, bro. Sonny Taylor.
Sonny, I've seen your name. And who's with you, Sonny, please?
I've got Ben Rainey at the moment.
Yeah, no problem. Just the two of you at the moment then?
Yeah, thank
There you are, gents.
Cheers. Change room upstairs.
Yeah, down there to the left and on first level, just look at
We change stuff every camp, try to develop, because it's only early days as a pro boxer for me. So we're trying to progress into a championship round fighter. But that's a slow process in itself. But you've got to make little adaptations every camp. So we're just kind of learning as we're going. I'd boxed in the novices, got to the semis of the development championships, and I had another season after that, and it was either box to the end of the season and turn pro, or wait and go box in the ABAs the season after. But I didn't really want to wait, and I thought my style suited professional better. And when I'd asked Seb, well, I'd kind of floated the idea with him. He agreed. So as soon as he let me, I was like, right, we'll turn pro. You know, it's a lot of social media stuff, like promoting the fight and trying to get ticket sales. But I have a good bunch of mates that come to every fight. My parents and stuff help me with the tickets. Lads from the boxing club. But a lot of it is like I say, social media and just try sell it. Yeah, I ain't no salesman. I just try to be myself online, but people buy into that, don't they?
Should be okay for you. That's the ones.
Alright then, yeah? Yeah, spot on, mate, cheers. The night before, I just rest up really. You don't get much sleep the night before because of the nerves and butterflies in your stomach, but I just try to chill out. You know, I eat what I need to eat. I get the right amount of fluids in and stuff, and just relax. Building up to the fight, you can't. It's kind of the same really. You just got all your sessions. Try to focus on the task in hand. Get your work done. Rest up. You know, it's business as usual. I don't want to say I'm going to, because you know anything can happen in boxing, but that's the aim. I want to be boxing for some big titles in 5 years' time. My dream is to win the British title, but like if it was like the ultimate dream, it'd be fighting for like a bigger title than the British in New York, and it could be against absolutely anyone for me. I don't know what it'll be about then, but yeah, in New York, Madison Square Gardens.
Yeah, well, we used to get a box, get them on a shovel and last into next door's garden. Move it then. Specific breed of hold. Yeah, that's all we need to say. Everyone wants to show the DJ. What does it?
I've got an exclusive for you. Go on, come and see me in a minute.
You can try this, isn't it? You could have done the changes when you've done City well, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna put my gown on, to be honest, to go back out in the pictures like. Like that. 28 days. Ben, you couldn't go tell my mum and Jaden that I'll be out in a minute. Yeah, he's tough. He's only been stopped there once.
Has he?
Yeah. To be fair, I didn't think it would be a body shot. Yes. Are the gloves in it?
No,
Yeah.
Just give it on. Yeah. You run them back to. Wait.
Alright.
It was miles.
Oh, it was
miles and
yeah.
miles then, wasn't you?
You
So.
drop around it, I think.
No, I'll box really nice.
Nice angles as well. Lovely
yeah.
shots moving around that ball. Coming again.
Yeah.
Lovely shots.
I need to do that more. You know, it's like,
Yeah.
It's
Seems to
the
be-
right hook though. You hit the right hook and you like clump, and then you're like, and if you hit him, and it's when you put two shots together there, it got rid of him. So you went bang. I swear to God, that left hook really hit him, and then boof, and then it was over. And I think with the right hand, you hit him so many times with the overhand light hook, and then you just didn't follow up with the left. And I think it's when switches them off like that. It's the two. And when we're throwing clusters, we're cuffing shots. Do you know what I mean? Whereas really, like that's the next thing.
I was like a fraction too late. I was when I catch him one, caught him when his head was there and he was coming forward. But then when I was throwing the two, he was already there. So I should have like fucking thrown the two like I was throwing the one. So bang, instead of like thinking about throwing it.
Just camera set.
What do you think?
So you've gone in the right direction. If you compare you to that kid realistically, you've got all the angles, you've got all the shots, everything. I want to hit him with two shots. I want to hit with three big shots. Just took that one right and made him another one straight away because you were here. So you just want to get here and again and go right. Jump back that same sort of distance, boom boom. Just time him with two.
Instead of letting him get away.
It takes about 5 seconds to recover.
You like the finish.
3 punches. That one he got body shot, uppercut, that was his thing. Boom boom. And he's a massive punch, he won it.
Yeah. But he still took the two.
He put combinations together.
What was we on about one shots last night? I was saying to him in my head because he doesn't hit very hard. I was about fucking. He said, yeah, but he was the one punch Van Damme. He was one of the only people who could actually do the one punch Van Damme.
And
Not when it can.
yeah, good tap.
Good that, very good.
Job done.
Sonny, good performance. First 6 rounder, win number 5, stoppage number 3. Against a big guy. He's only been stopped 3 times. One of them against, have you done some sparring with Mick Learmouth?
Yeah, I have. A long time ago now, though, innit? It's
Yeah.
a couple of fights ago now.
But, well, he's doing well. I think he's about 11-0 or something.
He is,
like
he's
that.
flying. I think I just seen a post on Instagram. He's in Tenerife training for his next fight at the moment.
Yeah.
So it looks good out there.
Yeah, so obviously it puts you in good bracket there, you know what I mean? Like I say, not a guy who gets knocked over too easy. But I think I just like the way you steadily took the pace up round by round. Started for nice and steady. As you said, you've never done 6 rounds before, so I presume you didn't want to blow out. but I don't think that was ever going to be the case.
Yeah, I just needed to take my time. Like my corner Seb was saying all off a jab, and it's a punch I've never really thrown before. So I was trying to keep it going, even when it wasn't perfect every time.
Do you know something though? You still bring a little bit of, because the cruiserweights, you don't see too many sweet shots, and you was doing that I think in the 3rd and the 4th round, again pulling his hand down, but you were I think you were like a hook screw shot type thing, and then you were stepping to the side and banging him again, and that was happening. It was occurring more and more often as the fight progressed, and you seemed to be able to get whatever shots you wanted off, and mixed it up well.
Yeah, I think with the longer rounds, like over the 4 rounds, you rush it, so you can't always get all your good stuff in. But over the long rounds, and as I get used to them, I'm going to remember to do all this stuff more, it's what I do in sparring when I spar over the long rounds. So in the fights, I need to bring it in, and it's like the perfect option.
And how was because Seb's your biggest critic, isn't he? So how was he happy with the performance?
Yeah, he seems to. Yeah, give me no feedback properly just yet.
Well, I was happy with it, mate. And I presume he's happy because you didn't really get tagged. And sometimes you do. Sometimes that's his biggest critic of you, isn't it? Yeah. Where he always says you get caught too much. But in that fight, no, that wasn't the case, was it?
Not like that, but I never do. I always say I never get it.